Justice Jones, state rep out of Tennessee, who was expelled for exercising his constitutional right. Here it is.
The Nashville City Council has voted unanimously to reinstate one of the Tennessee state representatives expelled last week for joining gun violence protests. Justin Jones will serve as interim representative in the seat left vacant by his expulsion. To make his appointment permanent, he will have to run in a special election. Jones was part of a group of Democrats dubbed the Tennessee Three, who faced expulsion last week for protesting on the House floor. Only Gloria Johnson survived the vote. Meanwhile, those protests are still taking place. Demonstrators once again gathered at the state capitol Monday to call for gun control. Mark Strassman has the latest from Nashville.
Suddenly, the so-called Tennessee Three are everywhere. In the streets of Nashville today, on television, and probably in state Republican nightmares. Former Democratic State Representative Justin Pearson and Justin Jones.
So there is no democracy in Tennessee. Tennessee is the most undemocratic state in the nation.
You don't understand.
Last week, mostly white Republicans in the Tennessee House flexed their supermajority. They expelled two young black lawmakers from mocking House decorum with a bullhorn and bravado.
I'm concerned about the House floor following the process and procedures that are laid out that you should follow and not having a protest, as it was described over here, on the House floor.
Jones's district included part of Nashville, and in a special session today, the city's Metro Council met to appoint an interim state rep. As expected, they named Jones in effect to replace himself until Tennessee's governor sets the date for a special election.
Won't he do it? Put it up. Let's get into it. Republicans decided to banish Jones and fellow lawmaker Justin Pearson over their role in a gun control protest where they literally stood with children. They stood with kids, advocated for them. They did this on the House floor. It is still a constitutionally protected dynamic. This was after the deadly school shooting in Tennessee. It was appropriate. Pearson could be reappointed Wednesday at a meeting of the Shelby County Commission. We are following that closely. Let me give you background on the reinstatement. The unanimous vote, you cannot underrepresent that dynamic. The unanimous vote of the Nashville Metropolitan Council, the unanimous vote of the Nashville Metropolitan Council took only a few minutes to restore Representative Justin Jones to office just 4 days after Republicans stripped him of his seat. Moments later, Jones marched to the Capitol, several blocks away. He took the oath of office on the steps and entered the building while supporters sang, "This Little Light of Mine," an old classic. A loud round of applause erupted as Jones walked into the chamber with Democratic Representative Gloria Johnson. They were literally holding hands, who was also the target for expulsion, but she survived. She survived by a single vote. At the end of Monday's evening session, Jones stood on the House floor and asked Republican House Speaker Cameron Sexton if he would be reappointed to legislative committees after being stripped of assignments last week. Jones also asked to receive full access to legislative buildings, which includes the parking garage and health care benefits. While Sexton referred some of the questions to HR, the Republican leader said traditionally in the past, appointed lawmakers do not receive committee assignments. To the people of Tennessee, I stand with you, Jones said in his first statement on the House floor. We will continue to be your voice here, and no expulsion, no attempt to silence us will stop us. But it will only galvanize and strengthen our movement. And we will continue to show up in the people's house. Power to the people, he shouted to cheers. Republican House Speaker Cameron Sexton told Jones supporters in the galleries to, and I quote, "Please refrain from disrupting the proceedings," end quote. You don't get elected to have a job. You get elected to make a difference, to solve problems. What is policy? Policy is the great social contract between community and government. These gentlemen actually get it. They're not bought out by major corporations. They're not concerned about getting an invite to the annual ball. They would prefer to be champions of the people. Now, keep in mind, while they tried to silence the voices of these two young black male lawmakers, understand they really wanted to silence the people who elected them to office. Because in each of their districts, they serve majority African-American constituents. You see, Republicans are not concerned, especially in Tennessee, with having actual voices at the table. They would like to run the whole thing based on a dictatorship. Yes, there were ways they could have handled this without expelling the lawmakers. They decided not to. This has done something in the world. This has created a spark probably needed in America. Now, damn it, when will the White House catch on? You know, Biden invited them to the White House. Damn your invitation. We elect people for policy, not for signs, symbols, street names, and holidays. Policy. The reason why Republicans continue to be an effective minority in this country, because nobody really believes in their ideas, they are in the minority as it relates to actual ideas that Americans agree with. Why are they effective? They are effective because their base realizes these folks, Donald Trump, McConnell, and others, will at least try to push an agenda that they believe in, even if they don't get it done. We have many Democrats that won't even try. They won't talk against, I don't know, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Every single Democrat should be calling for the impeachment of Thomas instead of just AOC. This is a problem. All right, Sharon, thoughts on this?
I love Justin Jones. I think he is a perfect cocktail of inspiration and humility. He is perfectly pleasing. He's courageous, and I love his messy bun too. And I love, because that's his style, and he's sticking to it. And I just love your accent when you did it. I wish you'd do it again, and this time ask, where are we with that investigation about who urinated on the chair, Dr. Richey? Where are we with that one?
I don't know.
Yeah. Give him his health care.
That's right, please. And reassign the man to his committee post, because we all know what you guys did was a sham. All right.